Hello everyone, I'm that one nerd Jacob.
And I'm just Summer.
And welcome to the second episode of Let Us Blank to You, where today, let us show a tier list to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So, today we are going to be making a tier list of fast food / fast casual restaurants that I know for sure at least one of us have eaten at.
Yeah.
I didn't want to make a tier of, oh yeah, we haven't eaten there, something like that, because I feel like that would be redundant, and it's like, oh, why do we have it here?
Yeah.
So we have 43 restaurants to tier. So the tiers that we have, if you want to read them off, since you kind of helped out with these and I don't want to do all the talking.
Yeah, so the first one, the
Actually,
S
let
tier
me get to the
is I would eat here every day. This is basically like a restaurant that we would never get sick of and could eat it constantly, which I already know. We're giving each other one thing that we choose that the other can't decide.
Yeah.
Like they can't interfere.
The way the tiers are going to work too, like say I say something's A tier, Summer says something's D tier, we go to the middle. Just sort of meet the middle ground there. So that's why that one free tier placement, unaffected by anybody.
Yeah,
anyway,
I already know mine.
I'll say the next one. I put, give me that good stuff. These are restaurants that they're good. Like, I will eat there. I'm going to eat there. But unlike, I would eat there every day. I doubt I'd get it every day. But whenever I do get it, oh my God, I'm going to enjoy it so much.
The next one is, I'd eat there. And that's a restaurant. It's like, oh, if your friend suggests it and you're like, okay, yeah, sure. Or
it's like, oh, yeah, I haven't had this place in a while.
Yeah.
I'll eat there.
It's not the first restaurant that's going to pop to your mind when someone's like, hey, where do you want to go? Fast food? What kind of fast food? It's not going to be the first restaurant you, suggest.
But if it's, if you're driving and you see it, or you're just going through, DoorDash, and you see it and you're kind of craving that food, it might be worth it.
Yeah.
Then we got mid. Just mid.
This is a oh yeah, I mean,
I'm only gonna eat there if other people want to eat there.
Yeah, oh, you're paying for my food? Yeah, I'll get something, I guess.
Yeah.
Or oh, you really want this? Okay, whatever.
And then finally, we've got bold and brash, more like belongs in the trash. These are restaurants that I will never eat at in my entire life.
This is we ate there once and it was the worst experience. This is I'm not gonna eat there ever again. Whether it be the price, it's not worth the price, or it's not good quality, or oh, this restaurant just awful. Ugh.
Yeah, so these are all scattered order as well. Whenever I was going through and actually downloading the pictures to put in here, because I wanted to make sure it was a tier list of restaurants we knew, and all the other fast food tier lists, they were northern fast food restaurants. A lot of these are southern, or I say a lot of these, maybe a solid sixth of them are southern / Oklahoma based. So just know that. But again, I wanted to make sure it's places that we knew about.
Did you publish this? Because
I did. It is published. I'm going to put the link to this in the caption to this video, or the description, my bad, in the description. And if you want to put your tier list as well, you can at myself or Summer on Twitter.
Or both.
Or both. That one nerd Jacob.
Let me look at my Twitter handle, because it is I'm just Summer.
I was about to say, I think there's a dot after I'm.
It's somewhere. What's this? I'm just S Summer.
Oh, so 2 S's.
There's 2 S's.
I'm just Summer with 2 S's for Summer.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into it. Domino's Pizza.
Domino's?
I'd eat there.
For me, the last few times that we've gotten it, which it's been a little bit,
it's been a month.
It just didn't hit like it did a few times before that. I will say, I think the quality's gotten bad.
The quality's gone down, but I will say the price is better. Buy any 2 and get each item for $7 is way better than any other pizza place.
I'm still gonna go mid, just because it's if you're buying, I'll eat it, or if someone else is buying, I'm going mid.
Do we want to go low road of I'd eat there, or high mid?
Let's rock, paper, scissors to see.
Okay.
Will
Best
they
2 out
see
of
it over
3.
here?
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, it's going mid.
I usually don't win those.
You're right. She's normally awful.
I mean, I'm not awful. We're too alike.
Yeah,
and so
that's
we'll put
true.
the same thing. So I try and calculate what I think you're gonna put.
All right. I'm ready for my first hot take.
I'm ready to.
Chick-fil-A's mid.
Oh, I think it belongs in the trash. Like, okay, I will eat there if somebody buys it for me, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get Chick-fil-A, because for a chicken restaurant, their chicken is always dry.
Yeah.
And it's not good, like, personally. And then I also have this huge dislike for Chick-fil-A because they are the reason that, at least I'm pretty sure, like I read it somewhere, which, I mean, don't always trust what you read on the internet.
Yeah, boomers.
Still, but I read somewhere that they are the reason that Arby's no longer has waffle fries. And I loved Arby's waffle fries.
I still genuinely do not have any memory of Arby's having waffle fries. I remember curly fries and potato cakes. Those are the 2.
I got waffle fries all the time, then they took them off, so I started getting their mozzarella sticks. Arby's mozzarella sticks actually slap.
I've grown to like them. I used to hate them.
They remind me, because I worked at Hideaway Pizza.
We need to stop talking about Arby's.
Yeah.
We're getting to Arby's next. It's right after this. Anyway, I'm saying Chick-fil-A goes in mid. I do agree with your take. I'm gonna explain. I do agree with your take on the chicken. It's always dry. And I mean, I never outright crave Chick-fil-A, but their mac and cheese and their Chick-fil-A sauce is enough to keep it out of Bold and Brash for me.
Yeah, okay. I do like the sauce. I used to buy it because they sell the bottles at Walmart. And I think they do at Crest too.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying, like, I could not put it, like, in Bold and Brash, but I will say it's mid.
I will say mid then.
We'll put it under Domino's, though.
Yeah, I'll put it in mid. Because the mac and cheese and the sauce, but their mac and cheese, I will say, is kind of expensive.
It's very expensive.
It's like,
but at the same time,
why are you charging that much for mac and cheese?
Anyway,
like
next,
that small.
We've got Arby's.
I love Arby's. It's not I would eat there every day.
I would say give me that good stuff.
Give me that good stuff,
like, I don't understand. I'm going to put it in the tier real quick. I don't understand Arby's slander.
I really like Arby's. The only thing I will say, and this is just location, the Arby's around here where we live, they always forget my freaking sandwich.
They do.
It's like, that is my meal.
Yeah.
Like, I paid for that. We paid for it. And I always check. But there are rare occasions when it's like, oh my God, it's busy. I'm the only one in the car. I can't check until, like, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's like, like one time we went to do laundry and we didn't.
Oh God, I remember that.
Because it was busy and our timer was going up. And I realized, like, as we were driving, that they didn't include my sandwich. And I was like, bro, that's my whole meal. But they were very nice about it. Like, they didn't even ask for a receipt. I was just like I had the receipt, but they didn't ask to look. I was just like, hey, I had a beef and cheddar. It was not in my bag. And they were like, oh, this is it. And then, so that's not going to deter me, because especially since I know it's a thing around here, like, it's just our area.
Yeah.
Because the one where I went to college in, their service, perfect.
Well, see, the one that I stopped at on the way home that one night a couple weeks ago is one that we hadn't been to before. And I mean, they were really fast. And by really fast, I mean, they told me, they're like, oh, you're going to have to park. We'll have your food out in a second. And then they brought it out maybe a minute later. Like, really good customer service, good quality. And I mean, I have not had a single sandwich from Arby's except for the one that comes with horsey sauce on it by default. I forget what it is. I have not had a single sandwich from Arby that I have just straight up disliked and would never eat.
I genuinely, like, I really like Arby's, especially, I love their mozzarella sticks. They're so good. Like, they are Hideaway Pizza quality mozzarella sticks. And I don't know, like, I worked there, but I don't know what kind, like, if we use frozen or like what. Also,
I don't know if Hideaway is a national chain, so if anybody's confused, it is like a high-end pizza restaurant in Oklahoma. It's like a sit-down,
kind of expensive. So
kind of's an understatement.
Well, okay. Well, some people are like, that's not expensive. Like, those are the same people that are like, oh, Olive Garden's not expensive. Like, for people making freaking not a lot of money and paying like really high rent, Olive Garden is expensive. Like, it's not a fancy restaurant, but it's expensive a little bit.
All right, next one, Wendy's. And I would put that in, yeah, I'd eat there because their like lunch and dinner food, mid. But their breakfast, oh my god, it is top of top, dude.
We just got their breakfast.
Yeah, we DoorDashed Wendy's breakfast. But I mean, the last couple times I've went to Wendy's for lunch, I always go whenever they have like a new menu item or a special because I'm like, oh, I like it. And I used to really like the crispy chicken sandwich, the spicy crispy chicken sandwich. And the quality of Wendy's like lunch and dinner food has just gone so downhill. I think they focus now on breakfast.
Every time I've had Wendy's for like actual dinner / like lunch or whatever, the burger I get, it's as hard as a hockey puck.
Yeah.
And it just tastes
Where are we
bad.
putting it, though? I said, yeah, I'd eat there. That's what I would say.
I want to go, no, I'll do, yeah, I'd eat there. Because I would pay for it. As long as it's breakfast.
Yeah.
Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell.
I would say I want to put it at the very top of, yeah, I'd eat there.
Yeah.
Like, definitely the highest on there. Like,
because it's like, I like Taco Bell, but it's also like, I'm not going to eat there every day.
I like it for the price.
Yes.
Like, if I'm wanting to get a crap load of food for a relatively cheap price, and it's not even the worst quality either. Now, occasionally, and by occasionally, I mean 50-50, they will mix up your burritos. There's been plenty of times, there's like a crispy chicken chipotle burrito that I always like to get.
Yeah.
And they'll just give me a bean burrito sometimes. So, that's why I'm like, yeah, I would not put it any higher than the highest part of, yeah, I'd eat there.
Like, I like Taco Bell, I do, but it's also just like, I don't know, I get so tired of it. Like, it's not like, well, I won't say which restaurant I really like on here because
we're getting to it. We're getting to it.
But like, I don't know, Taco Bell is just like, if I can afford the other restaurant over it, I'm always gonna choose that one over it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Carl's Jr. I've eaten here like twice.
I've eaten there once. I think I got chicken, and it was decent price.
I would put it between Taco Bell and Wendy's, and yeah, I'd eat there.
I would put it at like the top of mid, to be honest.
Honestly, I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
Just because, like I said, I've only eaten there once, and it was good price, and the chicken was pretty good, but it's not like it wasn't so good that it stood out to me enough to want to like eat there all the time, or like, you know, eat there in general. Like, if I'm going to a place like Carl's Jr., I'm gonna choose other things. Yeah,
I will say they release like special sandwiches, burgers, like once every couple of months that I always see on commercials, and I really want to eat it, but it's just like there's no Carl's Jr.'s that are on my way to or from work. Like, I don't like having to actively hunt down restaurants. Like, I like being able to know where they are in relation to if I'm going to work, if we're gonna go get groceries and we're just wanting to pick up dinner on the way home, you know, something like that. Panera, if I had the money, I would eat here every day.
I'm saying give me that good stuff just because I know, like, when you got that salad, you thought it was mid.
Okay, but here's the thing. That salad just deterred me from getting their salads. There's another salad from a place that we'll get to later on down the list that I can always go to instead, which I am also planning on putting on I would eat here every day.
I'm putting that on there too.
Should we just go ahead and throw it up there now since we're already agreeing?
So
salad and go.
This is a place that I discovered through work. My work friend Terry, shout out if you're watching. She was talking about it one day, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And so I did, and it's really good salad, and very, like, it was so filling. And it's such cheap price.
I know for two of us to get 2 salads and 2 drinks, it's like $17.
Yeah, and which is pretty good.
Yeah,
considering, like, you know, our Wendy's breakfast today was like 30, but that was through DoorDash before tip,
taxes, and delivery. It was like 22.
Yeah, which isn't you know, with prices going up, it's not a lot, but I mean, to get especially a salad, because salads are usually like so pricey and not filling,
and their drinks
are
really
so good. And so
if you have a Salad and Go near you and you're just wanting to find like a cheap good salad, go to Salad and Go.
They're like,
did I tell you that they're opening one up near the car wash?
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna lose so much money to Salad and Go.
Me too.
Sponsor me.
Sponsor us. We love you. But I like their goal, like, or their mission or whatever. It's to like give healthy choices for a cheap price.
Yeah.
Which I mean,
and I think that's amazing.
Because it's like, I mean, the one I go to is right next to a McDonald's. So it's like, why go to McDonald's and spend the same price when, you know, but I mean, I get some people don't like salad, which is fair, but they also have wrap options.
True. Anyway, going back to Panera.
I'm putting it, give me that good stuff. Oh. Okay.
All right, I'm putting it below Salad and Go.
Salad and Go is like top.
The sandwiches that I've gotten, it was like a Green Goddess caprese chicken sandwich. That was really good. Their smokehouse barbecue chicken sandwich, that was really good. Their mac and cheese, heavily overpriced, but oh my god. And then whenever we were part of the Unlimited Sips Club, that gave me a reason to actually go to Panera, because especially since they don't have combo options that include drinks.
Yeah, their drinks,
you have to buy a drink separately, and their drinks are overpriced.
Yeah, their drinks are way overpriced, and I mean,
what? Just talking about it out loud, actually, it's going above our.
I stopped the Sips Club just because, like, for me, it wasn't worth it because I don't drink soda, and I'm not gonna get like that.
The charged lemonades
every day, and their tea. I mean, so they don't have an option to get sweet tea, so I would always put sweet tea, please, in the like what the comments, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But their tea was always so stale. Like it was a hit or miss whether it'd be like stale tasting or not. So it just, for me, it wasn't worth it. Like if you drink soda, I feel like it is worth it.
Yeah, because all their fountain drinks and everything are included with it. And there's no upcharge to get a large for any of the drinks either. I would always get a large whenever I went.
Yeah, me too. But like, so for me personally, it wasn't worth it. But if you drink soda, I mean, I recommend it. And they also have like all these deals like that you get with it, like they give you like deals to tack on. Yeah,
and I think on like all their other drinks you can get a slight discount as well for being a Sips Club member. I don't remember. It's been 2 months since we discontinued.
Yeah, they do have like a lot of like 99-cent bagel, or no, 89 cents or something.
Yeah, they do that like every couple of weeks, just a random 89-cent bagel day.
And it's a pretty good deal because I love their cinnamon crunch.
The cinnamon bagel. Crunch. Oh my god, now I'm debating putting it back. No, leaving it at top. Give me that good stuff.
So I will say, if you go to Panera for breakfast, I recommend getting the cinnamon, or no, it was the
it was the Asiago, and then you take the yes, it was the cinnamon crunch, and you just switched out the meat for a sausage.
No, because that was more expensive.
Oh,
so what you do if you want the cinnamon crunch bagel but you don't like ham like me, you get the Asiago.
Yeah, the Asiago. Trade out the bagel, take off the sauce.
Yeah, you trade out the bagel, take off the sauce, because it's already sausage and cheese, and it tastes heavenly.
Although I do think the Asiago sausage, egg, and cheese is good.
I just personally like the sweeter. With
an Oklahoma / Southern staple, Brahms.
I will give me that good stuff.
Yeah, I'd eat there.
For me, it's a good price for good quality. Like it's cheaper than like Whataburger. This is gonna
be what gets my Oklahoma card revoked. I think that unless you're going for ice cream, their ice cream top tier, but they have burgers and they have chicken, and those are mid.
I like the 4 cheeseburger. I'm
going to Brahms,
bad though.
Yeah,
I will say.
If I'm going to Brahms, I have to get a shake to even warrant it. Like if I get Brahms with the soda, that's not worth the money, because the burger, I can get a better burger somewhere else for around the same price, maybe an extra $1. Chicken sandwiches, gone downhill. Fries, they never salt them enough anymore, and they're always soggy.
That's fair.
So I'm going to say, yeah, I'd eat there because, again, I love their ice cream options, but I don't know about give me that good stuff, man. It's not that good.
Okay, I get, thinking more about it, like,
we'll put it above Wendy's, though, just because their burgers are better than Wendy's burgers.
Yeah. Burger King, I have a personal bias against this one because I worked there and I saw how nasty your kitchen was.
I'm pretty sure that was just the one in...
I don't know, because I've seen so many videos of people that are like, oh yeah, this Burger King's the nastiest restaurant.
What about the time we went? We got what Avian suggested to get us, or for us to get. Shout out Avian. And we liked it.
Personally,
yeah, I'd eat there.
I want to say upper mid. Just because knowing what I know and knowing most of the kitchens are the same.
You have insider information. I hate it.
I do. Yeah, no. Okay, so not to deter anyone from eating at Burger King, just don't eat at the Burger King in Ada. No offense, Ada. But
all offense, Ada.
All offense, yeah. But when I worked there during my training, I couldn't even focus on the videos because I was too busy watching the bugs crawling on the wall. It was disgusting, and yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Chipotle.
Chipotle is my life.
Give me that good stuff. It's good.
It is good. It is good. I'll say that. Yeah. It's just kind of expensive.
I'm putting it above Arby's, below Panera.
Okay. Yeah, I'll agree. Because I love me some Mexican food. So most of the Mexican food is going to be...
Now, since it's pretty much the exact same thing, should we just skip a little bit in the list and just get Qdoba out of the way and put it above Chipotle?
I would eat Qdoba every day if I could.
So I have seen they are very similarly priced.
Oh, are they?
But in my experience at both restaurants, I would say that Qdoba has slightly better quality.
Yeah.
And they have a few more options as well.
They also...
Nothing against Chipotle. Like, Chipotle's still really good. Like, I would still go there willingly if I were on my way somewhere and I saw it.
Qdoba also has the option to get nachos, whereas Chipotle, you have to buy chips on the side.
Yeah, and I mean, nachos is just a standalone option.
I'm a fiend for nachos.
She is.
I, like, any time, like, other than, like if it's... because these are all fast food, but I was gonna say the more fast food, I will get like burritos and tacos, but like, you know, like basically the Subway of Mexican food, I'm gonna get nachos.
I love how so many people refer to Chipotle and Qdoba as a Subway of Mexican food, because it's true. Like, you tell them, hey, I want this kind of thing. I want this meat. I want these veggies. Like,
for me, it's the Subway of Mexican, but also like another one we'll get to later. I always get nachos there.
All right, CC's Pizza. This is like our first true sit-down restaurant, but since it's buffet and they get the pizzas out quick, I'm considering it more fast casual.
Yeah, I'd eat there because the quality...
I'm putting it very low.
Oh yeah, the quality has gone down, and also like every time we go, or we've been in the past few, like poor Jacob has not gotten to get the mac and cheese.
Every time, like, they have their specialty pizzas. They got the buffalo, the barbecue, the mac and cheese. Those are never out. Like, come on, CC's, that is your thing.
Yeah.
Make those a priority to put out at your buffets. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm a big fan of, like, their pepperoni and jalapeno pizza. I love getting the noodles and Alfredo sauce. But, I mean, I will say, like Summer just said, the quality's dipped down. And just in my experiences of going, they never have their specialty pizzas out. So it's like, yeah, why would I go here? Sure, I'm getting as much pizza as I want, but I could go to a pizza place that has better quality, pay the same price as I would for a buffet, and have a whole large to myself.
Yeah. Just personally, like, I like CC's. I do. I like the experience, especially when, like, me and Lavender would go.
Slaying that
sometimes Russell. We would always just play the arcade, because they have a nice little arcade.
They've been really expanding their arcades, like, and now a lot of their arcades have prize counters, which is crazy to see.
We actually, I had a little bunny figurine because we won it at the prize counter. I love, you know, CC's prizes. It's like CC's has started turning into a better food quality, incredible pizza.
If you don't know what incredible pizza is, picture Chuck E. Cheese but buffet.
Yeah, and more centered toward like older kids too, because I feel like Incredible Pizza is the Chuck E. Cheese for older kids.
Yeah,
and
like
Dave
I
and
would
Buster's
say
is
like
the Chuck E. Cheese for adults.
yeah, like Chuck E. Cheese is like up to maybe 9 years old, and then Incredible Pizza is 10 to maybe like 16-ish.
I would give it more credit. Like I would be just like 10 plus, just because I personally still
fair.
would go there.
I would go
like
there if I'm going with family. I would feel awkward going into an Incredible Pizza by myself.
I would go there if we went together.
Okay, I feel like okay.
And the last time I went to an Incredible Pizza, which it was so fun, they have this like little roller coaster inside.
I'm too heavy for it now.
Aw.
I think the weight limit is 220.
Cringe.
I am 260.
I like their 4D simulator though too. That's always
fun.
so fun. I like the little mine one. Anyway,
All right, Dairy Queen.
I have not been to Dairy Queen in years.
The last time I went this was a story I told you. One of my friends, it was a tech field trip. And she was like, man, I forgot to bring money for food. And I'm like, hey, I can buy you something. You know, I don't mind. Like, I already paid my phone bill, my car payment for the month. I can go ahead and pay for your food. So we go into the Tulsa Hills Mall. And this is back in like 2018, 2019. So I'm pretty sure a lot of the restaurants that are there have changed out. I know that the Subway's gone, stuff like that. So I was like, all right, you can pick anywhere you want. Legit, I will eat at any of these places that we have here. She's like, okay, let's go to Dairy Queen. So I put in my order, and then I'm like, hey, what do you want? She's like, oh, I just want onion rings. I'm vegan. And I'm just like, you mean to tell me that you picked a place with dairy in the name?
Like, I get love and onion rings. I mean, I personally
Also,
fries,
I think they use a buttermilk batter, so
I just like, is dairy in the name? Come on.
But anyway, I will say I would put Dairy Queen below Brahms regardless, but I don't remember their food being bad enough to put in mid.
Yeah, I think I would eat there. Like, I want to go to Dairy
I'd put it
Queen.
above
I like their
Wendy's.
ice cream. I like their little popsicle thing, their little star
I love the ice cream that it's like vanilla and then they dip it in one of the flavors. I always got the cherry dip cone.
Me and Jackie, my friend Jackie from high school, we would go to Dairy Queen. We'd go to the mall together, you know. She would always ask if I wanted to go to the mall. I started getting sick of the mall. Like, especially all of my friends that would come visit me.
That's all people would know to do in Tulsa. But to be fair, that's all Tulsa really has unless you're 21 plus.
Yeah, and even then, it's like, I'm not going to go to a bar all the time.
Yeah.
Either. But, like, so, I just got so sick of the mall. But every time me and Jackie would go, she would buy us little smoothies. And I think I would get, like, a pineapple-y, mango-y.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
And it was so good, and just it was a tradition. She'd be like, okay, I'm getting you your smoothie. And I'm like, Jackie, you don't have to. And she was like, I will. And I was like, oh, thanks.
All right, next up, Denny's, mid.
Yeah.
We went to Denny's because I saw an ad. It was like, oh, the original Grand Slam back for $5.99. I didn't get that because it was barely any food, which, I mean, for $6, that is a perfect amount of food. 2 eggs, 2 sausage, 2 bacon, stack of pancakes. Awesome. That's great value for $6. I got the biscuits and gravy bowl. I'm putting this very low mid, by the way. I got the biscuits and gravy bowl. The biscuits were rubber. The chicken was overcooked and hard. The gravy was good, though. The gravy was good. But then immediately after, which, TMI, I got diarrhea.
I don't even remember what I got, but I remember I didn't eat much. And then when I ate it as leftovers, it just wasn't that good. Like, personally, like, if I'm gonna go to a sit-down pancakey, like, breakfast-centered restaurant,
we'll get there whenever we get there.
Okay,
KFC.
Ooh,
give me that good stuff.
Give me that good stuff. Yeah, I put it above Panera. Because
above? I was gonna say just above Chipotle.
I love their fries, man, and their mac and cheese, and their mashed potatoes. Ooh, like famous bowl. Ooh, I love me some KFC.
And I can even personally say, like, aside from crappy management, I also worked at KFC. But that was one of the cleanest fast food places I have ever worked at. They kept everything really clean. They washed dishes throughout the entire day like they would at a regular sit-down restaurant instead of letting them all pile up in the sink. Everything was hand breaded in store. And then if you ever want to know how their pot pies are made, at the end of the night, instead of throwing any of the chicken away, we just deboned all the chicken and put it in a mix for the next day. So it is still like, yeah, it's 1 day old chicken, but guess what? I'm pretty sure a lot of us have gotten a bucket of chicken from KFC and let it sit for 3 days, and then we're like, oh, hey, I still have chicken. So 1 day old chicken in a pot pie is not bad. I will say, like, just really good quality for fast food standards, but I am mad that their prices have just continued to go up over the years.
Have gone up.
Their prices deter me from wanting to go very often, but if we have the money and we want chicken,
KFC. I will say I really like, they have the best fast food fries.
Yes.
Like, for a place that focuses not on the fries, they have the best fries in fast food
KFC.
history.
Whatever you're doing to your fries, keep it up. But I'm mad that you took away potato wedges to give us the fries.
Yeah.
The potato wedges were also just really good.
Their fries though, those.
And if anybody here disagrees,
cringe.
You're cringe. That's all there is about it. All right. Ted's, and this is like the actual Ted's logo, which is a sit down, but they also have the tacos and cantina, which is fast casual. So we're gonna be going based off of that, not the actual like Ted's restaurant, which I would say,
give me that
good stuff, but below Chipotle.
I put it above Chipotle.
I wouldn't.
Personally.
I gave you KFC.
Okay, fine. But I love me some Ted's. I love everything about Ted's.
There's nothing bad with Ted's. It's just Chipotle, the only reason I think that's higher in my eyes is because it's more customizable.
That's fair. Okay.
So that's why I'm like, oh yeah, I'd prefer that. But Ted's still really solid. And, you know, seeing everything on this list is just making me realize that we have a bias towards Mexican food. Good Mexican food.
I love Mexican food, though. Like, I could eat it every single day and be like, ooh, I just love Mexican food. Like, granted, at most places I do get the same things, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's like, you can never go wrong with cheese enchiladas. Like, there has been no Mexican restaurant that I've gone to that has screwed it up. And it's just a comfort food, and I love Mexican food.
That's fair. All right, next. You don't get an input.
Oh.
I would eat at Firehouse Subs every day. You thought I was going to put something else. You thought I was going to put Long John Silver's up there.
I did think that.
Nah, dude. Firehouse Subs. If you ever want a good sandwich, I don't care what Summer has to say about it, because she said she's been there and she didn't like it. That is one of her red flags. But meatball sub, better than anywhere else. Any of the sandwiches better than anywhere else. The only thing that gives it negative points to me is that their sandwiches aren't customizable to the likes of another sandwich place we'll get to later. But the quality of ingredients is better. The flavor is there. You get a free pickle with your meal, a pickle. And Summer might not like that, but I do.
Like,
okay?
Spears.
Yeah, no, it's a spear. You get a pickle spear.
Oh, no.
So if I had the money, because also Firehouse, I don't remember, or I don't know what the prices are like now, because, you know, she doesn't ever want to go there, so I haven't been able to eat there in a while. So I don't know what the prices are like now, but I remember it being a little bit pricey. But I mean, dude, Firehouse, best sandwich place. Keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, I will just let me have it a little bit. Like, obviously keep it there because that's your one free one. But I will say I've been there once, and I will give them, it was pretty busy. But to me, like, the bread was kind of stale, and it might have just been the location. I don't know.
That's definitely a location thing.
I will give it another chance if we have the money, but if it's expensive, I'm gonna choose Subway over.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a location thing. I've never had a thing with the bread being stale.
Well, see, I just remember it was like hard to chew, and I was like, I did not like it.
You got a bad Firehouse. One of
it was somewhere in Texas.
That is an exception, not the rule. Or
Missouri. It was either Texas or Missouri. I went there for a dance convention, so fair. It was.
Fuzzies. I would eat here every day.
Every single day.
Above or below Qdoba?
Above Qdoba.
I was about to say, I'm wanting to keep salad and go up top. Just because I feel like that is a shining example of what healthy fast food should be. But anyway, Fuzzies. Oh my god.
Their nachos, I would do like...
I would do unspeakable things for those nachos. I would commit crimes.
Well, I was gonna say I would do anything Ooh, to get me some nachos from Fuzzies. Ooh. Ooh, they're so good. Like they have no reason to be that good. They're just so delicious. And like it's like they put crack in it. Like I can't get enough of
And
Fuzzies.
one thing I never noticed, if you buy a souvenir cup, you can go back and pay for refills. You don't have to keep buying cups every time. I never knew that.
You can pay like, how much is it? Like $1?
I think it's $1, and drinks are normally like $4. So
yeah, but
get a souvenir cup, pay that extra like $2 or $3 to get a souvenir cup, then boom, it pays itself off because refills are $1.
Fuzzies is just so good. Like,
yeah, dude. Best nachos. out of the fast casual restaurants on this list. I don't think anywhere is coming close to Fuzzies, but there is another one that I know I'm gonna put and I would eat here every day.
I'm scared to know what it is because it might be, so I might have to change my little what I want. Okay, anyway, moving on. IHOP.
Their quality's gone down.
And the one by our house,
I'm going top of mid.
Yeah.
Like, it's the best out of everywhere you could go in the mid.
Yeah. And the place we go to, like, the last time we
it took
went
them
there
30 minutes
to even acknowledge us.
Yeah, like, our host sat us down, and it wasn't busy, and, like, other waiters and waitresses, they were, like, looking at us.
Yeah, they
didn't do anything. And at one point we closed our menus for 10 minutes before someone even came, because I'm like, oh, maybe they think we're still looking, so I closed it.
Yeah. And it was also like, we got their mozzarella sticks, which I remember their mozzarella sticks being those big, like, shareable, like, oh, if you get this as a meal, it's gonna be really good and filling. I remember because
tiny.
Yeah, they were freaking small. And it's like, I remember it being like really big and really good quality because we would go there after theater stuff, and me and my friends would share the mozzarella sticks, and they were really good. But whatever. I
forgot what I got from there last time. I know it was a breakfast sandwich thing, and I was just so disappointed in it.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, I'm glad that I upcharged to get, like, a good stack of pancakes as my side, because that kind of saved it. But the thing is, like, great, you have good pancakes. You're the International House of Pancakes. If you don't have good pancakes, you're doing something wrong. But everything else, like, I remember if I were to go to an IHOP 5 years ago, I would... nowhere would have better breakfast quality, but now it's just fallen so hard.
It's just gotten like more expensive and cheaper quality, which a lot of these places actually have. But like IHOP, come on, if you're gonna raise your menu prices that much,
your quality better reflect that price
or get better.
All right, are you ready for our both hot take? That's gonna get us canceled by
hot take. Mid. I'll say mid.
It's mid. Under Carl's Jr.
I was gonna say under Domino's, to be honest.
Honestly, fair. I was just going based off of like burger and general.
We went to the Eras tour back last April,
and I was hyping In-N-Out so much.
Every time he talks about like going to Texas, he's like, we need to go to In-N-Out, we need to do this, like we have to go to In-N-Out.
And like, let me give a little context to this. Me and my dad would always get preseason Dallas Cowboys tickets for my sister, and we'd always make it a point to go to In-N-Out. And I mean, whenever we went back then, oh my god, I was telling Summer how for one of the pre-recorded segments for one of the New Year's Eve streams, I was wanting to do a fast food tier list by myself, and I put In-N-Out an S. This was before me and Summer went again.
Yeah, so we saw Taylor Swift, right? This was the day of.
Yeah.
We went to In-N-Out, and I'm in like my heart makeup. I'm not in my dress yet.
She's essentially, she went out and copied this look.
I did. I mean, because that's what you do. You dress up, you look all cute at the Eras tour. And so I was like excited, and we saw another like little, I don't know if they were just friends or couple. They were cute though. They were wearing what looked like Eras tour attire. And I was like, wow. So we go to order, right? And I'm like, okay, I've never been here, because that was my first time going, and Jacob hyped it up, and I was like, okay, yeah, we'll go. It's gonna be good. So I ordered a burger, you know, as you do, and then I ordered fries. The fries were really good.
Yes.
I took a bite of the burger. The burger, like, for a fast food burger, it had the quality of a sit-down restaurant. But
sit-down restaurant burgers aren't always good.
Yeah, but I don't order burgers from sit-down restaurants. Like, if I'm going to Applebee's, I'm not getting a burger. If I'm going to Chili's, I'm not getting a burger. Personally, I do not like fat or sit-down restaurant quality burgers as much as I do another burger that we're putting on this list, because...
And the thing that really, like, got me the most, again, going back to the times me and my dad went, the burger was always juicy. They always had plenty of sauce. You know, everything was perfect. The burger we got that time, mine was dry. It was like a little burnt, so like, oh yeah, they probably just lost track of time for a few seconds. It wasn't burnt to where I'm like, oh my god, this is awful. But like, it was a little burnt. I could taste it. Like, just from me willingly going from putting it in S tier in my own eyes to now what we consider our D tier option, that is a huge fall from grace. And again, I don't know if it was because it was busy, like the drive-through was wrapped around the building, the parking lot was full, we had to struggle to find seats inside. So I will give them the benefit of the doubt of hopefully it was just because it was busy, but also I've heard it from a lot of other people too. Like whenever all the other managers went down to the OU Texas game, I think I remember Dan saying something about going to In-N-Out, and he said that the quality's gone down as well. So if it's coming from other people, that makes me a little bit more sure of what my experience was like. I'd be willing to give it another try, but I mean, whenever we go to Texas again, which is probably going to be for one of the Arlington Renegades games, I don't think I'm going to make it a priority. I'm going to make Grease Monkey a priority.
I've never been, so
I'm taking you next time, and unlike me hyping In-N-Out up, me and Isaiah went literally a week before we went to Texas, and it was still as good as I remember it. So I promise you it will not be bad. Anyway, Jack in the Box, mid.
I'm putting it at Bold and Brash, more like belongs in the trash, because every time I've eaten at Jack in the Box, I've gotten heartburn, and I've almost thrown up because of it. Like, it's not, to me, personally, it's just not good. I've
eaten there once. This was whenever they were running the special, like, oh yeah, get her popcorn chicken, it's 50% spicy, 50% regular. It was hard. Like, not hard to order, like the chicken was hard, and then I experienced heartburn as well. And like, most people would think like, oh yeah, fast food, you're gonna get heartburn. I've never gotten heartburn from a fast food place before, ever in my life. Like, heartburn has never been a problem for me personally. So getting heartburn from it was just like, wow, this is bad. So yeah, that's why I figured I'd give you Jack in the Box. Jersey Mike's.
I've personally never been to Jersey Mike's, so I have no say.
Belongs in the trash.
Really?
Granted,
never had it.
This was from a catering order that my work got. So catering and going and getting a meal just solo might be two completely different things. So I'm going off of very limited experience here. Take this with a grain of salt. The bread was soggy. It was over sauced. You don't, like, if you're saucing a sandwich, it has to be perfect. If you over sauce it, it ruins everything. The vegetables, I could tell, were old. The meat was good. They somehow, because they made sure to get like American cheese on all of them, they forgot to put cheese on all of the sandwiches. Literally every single sandwich they forgot to put cheese on. So it was not good at all. Jimmy John's, which I've never been to.
So every time I've gotten Jimmy John's, like, they would not let me customize my sandwich. I don't know if that was just an Ada thing, because that's the only place I've ever gotten it at. But like, to me, their sandwiches are not good, so I'm saying belongs in the trash. And also the whole thing about Jimmy John's being fast with your order, no, it took them like 20 minutes to get their food out to me, and I was like, did you forget about me? Like, I've been sitting here waiting.
All right, Little Caesars. I would say put at the very bottom of Gimme That Good Stuff.
I say between Bell and Brahms.
All right. I am a fan of Little Caesars. So for my birthday party we had, last weekend, I got 6 Little Caesars pizzas. I got one of the sticks and slices, which is half pizza, half breadsticks, which is a genius idea.
That is.
The fact that
agree.
the fact that they originated that and not somewhere like Domino's or Pizza Hut did,
yeah.
that is insane. So I got 2 of those, got 2 just regular cheese pizzas, and then I got 2 stuffed pretzel crust pizzas. And I am a sucker for Little Caesars pretzel crust pizza. And I love that they put regular like nacho cheese dipping sauce that you would put a pretzel into as the sauce for the pizza. I love Little Caesars. And the fact that I'm looking at the rest of the pizza places on this list and I actually prefer it to all of them, what are the rest of y'all doing? They make these pizzas in bulk and let them sit for an hour before throwing them out. What are you doing? How are you getting out-qualitied by Little Caesars?
Oh, I know what you forgot to put. Mazio's. That
belongs
just shows,
in the trash.
That just shows how bad Mazio's is.
I'm saying off of personal work experience. I'm not getting into it. That's a rant for another episode. Let us rant to you coming in the future, I guess. Anyway, yeah, no, Little Caesars, I don't think I'm going to be able to personally put any other pizza place above Little Caesars.
Fair. Okay. Okay, Long John Silver's, I think belongs in the trash because I just genuinely...
Now, are you using your solo placement to where I can't interfere? Because I'm going to mess up this ranking for you so bad.
I'm going to go you can't interfere. Belongs in the trash. I genuinely... I've tried so hard to give them the benefit of the doubt every time I've gone to a Long John Silver's, but I can't even walk in without gagging.
It's fish! It's gonna smell bad!
I know! But also, like, what they batter their chicken in, because I don't get the fish there. I don't trust...
the chicken batter. Don't get me started. That's amazing.
I don't trust the fish from there, so I always get the battered chicken, and I personally cannot, and it makes me gag, and I physically just can't bring myself to like it. Like, I have tried so hard, because I know my family loves it, and Jake loves it, but personally...
All right, even though I can't rank it, hear me out. So, this combo I'm about to mention, $12, and it normally lasts me 2 whole meals. It's the 2 fish, 3 chicken finger basket. Comes with 2 fish, 3 chicken, fries, and then another side. I normally get hush puppies, and I swear to God, this thing is so filling. The fish is juicy, the chicken's juicy, they're both tasty. Honestly, you can eat them both without sauce. That is how flavorful that they are. And again, I can get it for lunch and still have half of it left over for dinner just because of how full I get. Any of these other fast food places, I'm telling you right now, my ranking for it, I would eat here every day. That's where I was gonna put it, so that way, by default, it would have had to have gone to, yeah, I'd eat there. So, I would eat there every day because it's cheap and it's filling. No other fast food place on this list leaves me feeling full after I spend $12 on any one of their meals. But I can spend $12, okay, aside from salad and go, but I can spend $12 on Long John Silver's and I have 2 meals because of how full I get. 2. So I don't care about y'all's Long John Silver's haters. Okay? Oh, it smells bad. I don't trust the fish. Then you shouldn't trust any fast food place.
I don't.
That's the thing.
I don't trust fish from fast food.
No. If you don't trust the fish from Long John Silver's, you should not trust any fast food. Because guess what? They're probably breading it the same way any other fast food place would bread like their chicken. They're probably frying it in the same exact fryers and oil. I hate the fact that Long John Silver's gets hated on so hard that it receives all this unwarranted slander for what is essentially the best fast food fish and probably the best fish in general you can get from any restaurant. I rest my case. I don't care what kind of opinions you have to throw at me. I am a Long John Silver's fan. If there's a million Long John Silver's lovers, I'm one of them. If there's 1,000, I'm one of them. If there's 100, I'm one of them. If there's only one, it's me. If there's no Long John Silver's lovers, it's because I'm dead.
Okay, but change it to haters, me. Like, I've really tried to give it, like, the benefit of the doubt, but Taco Casa,
Ooh,
give me that good stuff, or I would eat here every day.
So I genuinely, aside from Texas, don't think it goes any farther than Oklahoma. Like, the farthest one north I found is in Moore, Oklahoma, which is, so probably no one's heard of this. I would say put it at the top and give me that good stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I put it above KFC. KFC, move. Move. Know your place, Colonel.
I really love Taco Casa because it's pretty cheap for a lot of food. Like, you could get a ton of food for cheap, and I mean, I really like the quality.
I think it beats Taco Bell prices, honestly.
Yes.
But there's less menu variety than Taco Bell.
Personally, I don't care because I get the basic stuff anyway, because I don't know, I'm autistic, so
what works, what is unknown doesn't work.
Yeah, so I have a hard time trying new things. Like, Jacob and I, we try and plan our meals for the week, and he'll slip in like one new thing, and like sometimes it's good, and then sometimes I'm like, I mean, like,
what have I been cooking that's not good, Summer?
Well, that one time we did the chicken wrap things that Joe suggested.
The only thing I said we need to do different is throw taco seasoning. You telling me that's bad?
No, it was good, but it's not something that I'd be like, oh my god, can we make this every week? It was good, and I'm glad we tried it, but it also kind of made me sicky.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. Anyway, next.
Boomerang Diner.
I have not been to a Boomerang since my last year of college. I was Shira for a party, because we used to work for a Princess Party company, which cringe. But that
future episode on that. We've already talked about it. We're gonna talk about this, and it's. I'm gonna put a few trigger warnings at the beginning of that episode too, just because of the stuff that I know I personally went through.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I don't even think, because it had been a Boomerang, I think they had rebranded, so maybe it wasn't even a Boomerang. I do remember it's kind of on the like a little bit expensive side, for like, especially if you get there was an appetizer I wanted, but it deterred me because of the price. Oh, the fried mushrooms.
Yeah. Anyway, I would say give me that good stuff.
I'd say I'd eat there, because it's like,
we'll put it at the very bottom and give me that good stuff.
Okay, that's fair.
Because I remember the first time I went was for a choir competition. And I remember my choir teacher back then, which I'm not going to name anybody. I'm only going to name. I'm going to name close friends to me just because I know they don't care, but I don't want to accidentally name somebody that doesn't really want to be talked about on the internet. So our old choir teacher, she was like, "Hey, where do you guys want to go?" And Caleb's like, "Well, I know there's a Boomerang Diner in town," and everyone was like, "Yeah," and I was just like, "What's that?" And everyone just kind of gave me a look.
They give you the stink eye.
So I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try it. I got a burger the first time just because I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the most basic one here. And it was good. The second time I went, I think it was like a chicken fried steak I got. It was really good. And then the third time, whenever I went and visited Connor in Stillwater, he wanted to go, and it was really good. I have never had anything that is bad quality with Boomerang. The only reason I wouldn't say I would eat here every day is the price. Like, it is a little bit pricey, but aside from that, it's pretty solid quality. I don't know how many locations there are around the country. I don't know if this is like a Southern exclusive thing, but if you have one nearby, I'd at least try it out. I wouldn't say like, oh yeah, you have to make it a top priority, but like, if you know you're going to an area that has it, at least try it out once.
Yeah, it is pretty good, I will say. Like, I always get like the basics of, like, I don't know, I want to say I got a grilled cheese something, but it had meat on it. I don't know.
Patty melt?
Yeah. That. I don't remember what they're called. It was pretty good though. Okay, Taco Mayo.
I've only eaten there once.
I've not been to Taco Mayo in forever.
You have. Oh, I thought you were just gonna say I haven't been to Taco Mayo, because I remember the last time we went, again, during the, party company. That's whenever we went.
I don't remember that.
It was me, you, and
I don't remember, but
I mean, it was also 11 p.m. You were probably very tired.
Were we mermaids? Was that when we went?
Yes.
Okay, I do remember. Okay, yeah. Taco Mayo's okay.
I would definitely put it at the bottom of I'd eat there, or top of mid.
Yeah, I was gonna say top of mid. Like, it's not the best fast food Mexican place.
I
Like,
did enjoy it though,
There-
for it being my first time.
yes, but other things with taco in the name are way better.
Yeah, for sure.
McDonald's. Personally, I would eat there every day because I love their double cheeseburgers. I'm literally always craving a double cheeseburger. I'm like, oh, because they're always so juicy.
I would put it like very high. Yeah, I'd eat there. McDonald's is like the textbook middle of the road fast food restaurant. Like, this is the bar to clear. If you're worse than McDonald's, you're doing something wrong. If you're better than McDonald's, you're one of the greats. Like, it's just the perfect middle of the road restaurant. I've never had, well, I've had bad food from there, but like, it's never been a consistently bad thing. It was like, oh, it was either bad employees that night or just a bad location. Like, I've never been to a McDonald's where I'm like, I'm never coming here again.
I personally just am always craving.
All right, so that means it's
double cheeseburger.
That means it's give me that good stuff because it's right between both of our tiers.
Yeah.
So we'll put it in the middle.
Yeah, but just like their double cheeseburgers, I don't know what it is about them. Their patties, like those are the perfect size patties in my opinion. Like, I just genuinely love that size, and it smacks every single time.
Yeah.
Unless they forget to put or take off the pickles, which even then I take them off and I give them to Jacob.
Oh, dude, I'm a pickle fiend. I hate whenever I get nuggets and then they forget my sauce, because the nuggets are bland otherwise. Like,
yeah, that's why I don't get their chicken. Like, I prefer their double cheeseburger.
Yeah,
and their fries. I mean, for me, they're always consistently salty. For me.
They're 50-50 whenever I go.
Really?
They're 50-50 on two things. If they're salted or not, and if they're crispy or soggy.
Okay. Fair.
I've never been to a McDonald's that has both down perfectly.
Fair.
Unless they're doing them fresh. Now, if it's like, oh yeah, we gotta fresh make your fries, then they're probably doing it right. Yeah, but if they immediately give you your fries, then yeah, they're gonna be one or the other. Papa John's, bold and brash, more like belongs in the trash.
Personally, I like Papa John's, but I'd put it like near the top of mid. Like, I like Papa John's. Me and my family
we'll go
used to
like
go
above Burger King then, just because
Paw.
I hate Papa John's.
I really liked it because my family, we would just order from there all the time. I love their garlic sauce, or their like.
Yeah, I will say, memes aside, you know, the actual creator Papa John talking about the Day of Reckoning. Their quality's gone down sharply.
See, I haven't had it in forever, but I do remember I really liked it.
The last time I went, it was greasier than a Little Caesars pizza.
Ooh.
Less toppings than a Little Caesars pizza. Costed about 2 or 3 times as much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
See,
I can't do Papa John's. Like, and compared to other fast food pizza places, they never have good deals. Actually, you know what? Not below In-N-Out. Below Domino's. Like, I'm sorry. It's the worst. Minus Mazio's. It's the worst.
Okay, Pizza Hut. I would eat there.
I'm putting it, like...
middle. I'd say middle.
I would say above CC's.
I'd say
above Wendy's. Yeah.
Above Dairy Queen, to be honest. Like, food quality. I really like Pizza Hut's stuffed crust. I love their desserts. I'm a sucker for pizza place desserts. They're so good.
So their quality, I would say, has not dipped, but their specials are few and far between, and they're starting to get as bad as Papa John's whenever it comes to like specials. Oh, you can get a 1 topping large pizza for $10. That ain't worth $10.
Yeah.
And then, like, I was comparing it to Domino's earlier. Domino's, the buy 2 or more and get it each for $7. It's a 2 topping medium. Pizza Hut is only a 1 topping medium. And like, the difference of quality in those two, in my opinion, aren't that far apart. But I mean, Pizza Hut, in my opinion, just has slightly better quality ingredients.
Yeah.
If you're just getting a base pizza, it normally is cheaper than Domino's. But then again, once you're getting into specials, that's fair. You're really shooting yourself in the foot if you're going to Pizza Hut for specials.
Okay, Popeyes. I've only had Popeyes once.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm still a KFC girly girl.
Yeah, fair. I would say top of I'd eat there.
I'll say middle of I'd eat there. So the middle of the middle.
All right.
Well, because we have to go in the middle.
Yeah, Pizza Hut was the middle.
Oh.
So
yeah, no, that's what I meant.
And I said I put it at the top, so I put it in between.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I thought you were like trying to figure out where it was supposed to go. Okay.
Yeah, like Popeyes is good. I realized another one I forgot to put in here. Churches belongs in the trash.
Churches, so I don't care.
It's not even on here, but I'm gonna rant about it. The chicken barely had any meat on the bone. Very bland. And cooked way too long, and the skin was hard to bite through. So, Church's chicken, please stop existing.
Popeyes for me though, like I'm going to Popeyes now.
Yeah,
because this is what we're ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Popeyes for me, like the chicken wasn't very memorable. Like none of the stuff for me was memorable. Like if I think of KFC, and I can do stuff like this, like if I think of something, I can picture it. I can like, you know, like how people like if
I can taste things if I think of restaurants.
And that's how I decide what I'm craving that day. If I'm like, like right now, if I'm thinking about KFC, I can taste their chicken.
Yeah.
But with Popeyes, it wasn't memorable enough for me to do that.
I will
physically
say,
cannot.
With Popeyes, best chicken sandwich I've ever had. It is definitely worth the hype that it got. But a chicken sandwich alone is not enough to carry an entire restaurant.
And they don't got them KFC fries.
Yeah, but that being said, it is still pretty good.
Yeah, I remember it being good, but it's just not memorable to me. And it's like if I had the option between Popeyes and KFC, I'm going KFC.
All right, here's my hot take. Cane's, the sauce makes the chicken doesn't make the sauce. Yeah, I'd eat there.
Yeah, I would also put it.
I want to put it above Popeyes personally. Yes. Like
I like Cane's, but for a place that's a chicken place.
And they only sell one thing, which is chicken tenders. Those chicken tenders are bland. Yeah. If you don't have any kind of sauce, you might as well be eating cardboard. Yeah. And like, again, I love Cane's. I love going, my go-to, Caniac combo, no slaw, extra toast. Then take one of my sauce cups, put some on both the slices of toast, put some fries, put a couple chicken strips, boom, I made a tiny little chicken sandwich, and then I still have some chicken and some fries left. But it's like, for such a limited menu, you have 4 menu items, technically 5 because the sandwich adds on a slice of lettuce and has different buns. But I'm just focusing on the 4 menu items. You got chicken tenders, fries, coleslaw, just in general, and bread. And like the Texas toast, I will say,
the Texas toast makes the meal
amazing. Like if the fries, very hit or miss.
Yeah, I was gonna say
most of the time it's a miss.
Yeah, most of the time they're either cold or not salted.
And then the chicken, again, it's very bland. But for focusing on, we'll just drop coleslaw. For focusing on those 3 items, I'll drop the bread too, because the bread's already good. Yeah. The chicken and the fries need to be way better. And like I know that the whole thing with Cane's, like, oh, the cane sauce, and like their homemade tea and lemonade, like
their tea and lemonade.
I know that those are the things that most people talk about. But if I'm going to a chicken place, like going back to KFC as an example, again, if I'm picturing KFC, I can taste what their chicken tastes like. It is a distinct flavor. If I think the same thing about Cane's, I don't think of the chicken. I think of the sauce. And that is it's not a problem, but it's not good either.
Yeah, and when other restaurants also have similar tasting sauce,
like Brahms sauce is the exact same. And then the last restaurant that's actually on the list, which we'll get to, the sauce is almost the exact same. And I know how to make it at home too. Like, it's a simple recipe that requires 5 ingredients.
Yeah, and I just think if you're going to focus on something, if that's going to be what your restaurant is, it needs to taste good. And that's also the same for like Chick-fil-A. Like their sauce is what makes.
Yeah, if it weren't for Chick-fil-A sauce, I would have 100% put it in belongs in the trash. Like the sauce and the mac and cheese carried it for me. Yeah. Just like the sauce and the toast carried Cane's for me and putting it in, I'd eat there. Yeah. Like, again, it's okay to have those things that can carry you, but especially in the case of Cane's, you need to do more.
Yeah.
Schlotsky's.
I've never been.
I've been there once.
Oh.
I don't know what it is, but like every sandwich restaurant that isn't Firehouse, Arby's, and the one we're getting to here in a little bit is just bad. Like, they do not know how to make a sandwich to save their life. Your thing is sandwiches. The sandwiches should be good.
I will say, like, my family was the type, like, why are we going to Subway to get a sandwich? We can make those at home. Or like
Well, see,
other sandwich
in the
places,
case
you
of
know?
the ones that we put in more like belongs in the trash, you genuinely could make that at home.
Yeah.
Maybe not with the best quality ingredients, but it'll taste better.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Sonic. I hate...
Give me that good stuff.
I hate saying this as an Oklahoman. And also a former employee. Their quality's dipped, and the kitchen's clean, but just like the chili... Whenever we have to pull it out of the freezer, it looks like a brick of poop. Like, it genuinely looked like a brick of poop. And again, the quality, I know that the main thing is like, I saw this report and Sonic confirmed it, like, a couple years ago, they switched it to a beef mushroom mix for their burgers. So one, it's more environmentally friendly and to kind of cut down on cost a little bit. But it doesn't hit the same as it used to. Now, that being said, while the quality of the burgers and the chicken might have dipped, the quality of the sides and the shakes is not. Give me that good stuff.
Yeah.
I love how I went on this whole rant just to put it in the same tier
put
anyway.
it above Taco Casa, to be honest. Just because their mozzarella sticks are always a hit. Ha!
Fine.
Yes. Yeah, even though, okay, so let me go into this. My card, someone got the information.
Card skimmer.
Yeah, and they charged their OG&E account, which is an electric company. They charged it for $1,000-something, and the only place I could think that I'd gone to that did it, because like where I ordered my contacts, they were from Washington. So
yeah, so why would they be paying an Oklahoma electric bill?
Yeah, so the only place, like, because I was talking to someone who works in the building I work in, and she was like, yeah, that happened to me a few years ago, a card skimmer at Sonic. And I was like, I went to Sonic a week ago. And so I think there was a card skimmer at Sonic,
yeah.
But that will not deter me. I'll just either use cash or pay through the app if I can, because I love me some Mott's and some shakes.
Can I just say, I don't care what boomers say, like, oh, I like being able to pay at the restaurant. If I can download an app and pay through the app, I'm gonna download the app because it is so much safer.
And there's deals.
And it's way more efficient, and there's exclusive in-app deals.
Mm-hmm.
App all day.
But like the last time I went to Sonic though, because I had already eaten, but I just was craving a shake. I was like, man, I should have got Sonic. I want a shake. So I texted Jacob. I was like, should I go get a shake? And he was like, go for it. And so I went, I got my shake, and after I ordered, they were like, oh, by the way, it's 99-cent mozzarella day. And I was like, ooh, give me some of those. And they hit every single time. Unless they forget the marinara.
Yeah, which they normally do. Next, Subway.
I say either top of I'd eat there or near bottom of Gimme That Good Stuff.
I will put it right above Arby's on Gimme That Good Stuff. That's what I was thinking. I was like, it's either right above or right below Arby's. Yeah. I feel like they're kind of interchangeable.
Yeah.
If it were a different day, I might say Arby's is better.
Yeah. I love me some meatball marinara from
Then you should get
Subway.
The meatball marinara from Firehouse Subs.
Well, we
it's
can
better.
try it. We can try it. I mean,
next time I have the money for us to eat out on.
Okay, I'm not opposed to trying it. I just remember the last time it was just so hard to choose.
But yeah, no, like Subway, I almost always get the exact same thing. I normally get a rotisserie chicken with lettuce, spinach, tomato, red onion, banana peppers, jalapeno peppers. I feel like I'm missing something. And then alongside the ranch, I'll put on, either I'll substitute it and put vinaigrette, or I'll put ranch and buffalo on the same sandwich. And I mean, dude, it never misses. I have never had, like, sometimes the bread's soggy, but also we normally order through the app, so it's sitting there for a little bit. So that's kind of on us.
I always get the Italian herbs and cheese, meatballs.
Oh yeah, same bread.
Meatballs, and then I put the mozzarella because, like, for, $2 extra, in my opinion,
that fresh mozzarella is worth it.
It tastes so, especially because the other cheese on the meatball marinara just doesn't hit. So if you put the fresh mozzarella, I'm also like just a sucker for mozzarella. I could eat that straight all day.
I've eaten it straight out of a bag before.
It's so good.
All right, next up.
I'd eat here.
I'd eat here every day.
Single day.
I will say, I'm putting it below Fuzzy's no matter what you say, but above Qdoba, I will agree.
I'm glad you put it at Eat Here Every Day, because that was going to be my thing. But then you were like, well, I have one later on that I'm going to put Eat There Every Day. And I was like, oh, it has to be Bueno.
Yeah, no, like Taco Bueno. If I had the money to eat there every day, again, I've eaten just about everything on the menu, and now since I have tried everything, I normally settle on the same thing over and over whenever I go there. But if I had the money to where I could eat there every day, I would switch it up every single time. They have enough menu options, and honestly, I say if I had the money, their prices have gone down.
Yeah.
Like compared to, I remember at one point last year we went, I got, she always gets the number one. I always get the whole lotta platter, and then we normally get 1 or 2 extra bean burritos and a large queso, and I added on a drink. About a year ago, that was close to $40. Now it's not even 30.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they did to cut costs like that, but keep doing it.
Their quality hasn't gone down.
No,
either.
it hasn't.
I personally, honestly, it either is the same or just a little bit better, even. But I just love Taco Bueno. Like living in Ada when I went to college, there was no Taco Bueno, and because I remember in high school, junior year, I dated this guy, or no, sophomore into junior-ish, I dated this guy that worked at Taco Bueno, so my family had an excuse, or we would go to Taco Bueno. Like we went 3 days in a row one time, which I liked. It was whatever, because I was dating him. I was like, oh, I'm gonna see my boyfriend. Sorry, I mean, he wasn't the worst boyfriend I've ever had, but he wasn't the best. And I mean, obviously the best, right? Yeah,
I'm the worst boyfriend. No, I'm the worst boyfriend because she didn't want to call me a boyfriend anymore. She wanted to call me her fiance. I was such a bad boyfriend that I had to be called something else.
Anyway, but so we had like Taco Bueno like 3 days in a row one time. It was but I will say after a while I started taking it for granted. But when I moved to Ada and there was no Taco Bueno, I suffered. I would be like, every time I'd come home, I'd be like, can we please get Taco Bueno?
That's how I was. So, we used to live, like, first 9 years of my life, we lived, like, right between Tulsa and Broken Arrow. And then we moved to New Mexico for a few years, up until my mom passed, and then we moved back. There is only one Taco Bueno in the entire state of New Mexico. And the only reason I knew about it is because I was at an amusement park. Daddy Hinckley's amusement park is what I think it was. Yeah, I know, weird name. But I was on one of the roller coasters and I looked over and I saw it. I saw the sign and I freaked out. Like, little 11-year-old Jake was freaking out, and I was begging my dad, because he came as a chaperone and he drove his own car. And, you know, the teachers were like, hey, if your parent came as a chaperone and drove themselves, you can ride back with your parents, but to ride to there, you have to ride on the bus. So I begged him, I'm like, Dad, please, can we go to Taco Bueno? We didn't. We went to Taco Bell.
Yeah, I love Taco Bueno. Like, I will, if we have the money, I'm always like, Taco Bueno, please, Taco Bueno. Or if, like, Jake has a work thing that he has to stay long for and they feed him, I'm like, I'm going myself, driving my little car, going, I hate driving at night, but going to Taco Bueno is worth it for me.
All right, next. Tropical
Give
Smoothie
me that
Cafe.
Good stuff.
I would eat here every day.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you were going to put it lower because of the prices. That's why I said give me that good stuff. So I would eat here every day.
I'm putting it below Firehouse.
Okay, fair. I would eat here every day because I love their smoothies. Like, I've started to branch out and try new smoothies, which is new. That's big for me, guys.
That's a big deal for her. If she's branching out and trying something new, that's an achievement and an accomplishment.
I still get the same little flatbread thing. I get the grilled chicken pesto, take off the tomatoes, because if it's not broke, don't fix it. And there's not, they have a limited food thing, but I will still keep them. I'd eat there every day just because you're not going for the food, really.
You're going for the smoothie.
Which...
And I normally get the chicken chipotle flatbread. I don't take anything else off, but I'll get that, and then I'll either get barbecue or jalapeno chips.
It depends on, like, if I'm getting it for lunch for work, I will get a banana. If I'm getting it for dinner, I will get chips, because I personally, like, I have a hard time trigger warning. I have a hard time eating and making myself eat lunch. Like, I eat an orange every day for lunch, which, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I eat an orange, and then later, like 2 hours later, I chew a piece of gum, and that tides me over until dinner, or until I get home and I snack. But like, so if I'm getting it while I'm at work, I'm gonna get a banana just because I feel like, for me personally, I can like make myself eat a fruit rather than a whole bag of chips plus the flatbread and a smoothie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just hard for me to justify chips at lunch.
Yeah. Next, I'm not even saying the name of this restaurant. It is that bad.
Belongs in the trash.
The one time we went, first of all, the shakes, fine. They were shakes.
They were right.
I got a burger.
Not as good as Brahms or Sonic.
Definitely not. Anyway, I got a burger.
Yeah.
The patty, charred black.
The patties also, they are thinner than the double cheese McDonald's patty. Like,
yeah.
They are like so
like,
thin to the point where they're like breaking.
There was pretty much no meat. The meat that was on there was charred black.
Yeah.
And then, you know how most places, if they put onions, they'll pop out a couple rings and put it on there. No, like, it's as if they sliced an onion, left all the rings intact. It was about this thick, and they threw it on my burger. And I took a bite out of it, and I was just hit with just pungent onion taste. I don't think I finished that burger.
Like, I like onions. Well, I love on the double cheese, the very finely diced onions. And Jacob uses that when we cook because it's something we both like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not a big onion rings on a burger person. Like, I like the finely diced.
Yeah, and like,
but
I don't hate that style of onion on a burger. Like, if I'm wanting onions on a burger, I like the way Sonic does it. Like, they're not finely diced like McDonald's, but they're more diced up, so it's like, okay, this isn't bad. But no, this was a patty of onions. It's as if they were like, oh yeah, by the way, this guy wants an onion patty and not a beef patty. Are you sure? Give him the worst beef patty we have, just in case. And then the fries, cold.
They were so bad. Like, and
everyone bullies us for it. If I hear someone say like, oh yeah, that's the best place to go, I give them the most disgusted look. Like, there's not many places where I'm like, I'm never gonna give them a second chance. I am never giving, I'm not even naming it. They don't deserve to be named on this podcast. I'm never giving them a second chance.
Everyone at like Jacob's work is like, oh, you're crazy. This place is so good. Like, you guys, it's so good. You need to eat there, blah, 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 blah. And like, we tried it and it was just awful. Yeah.
And like, it was only once. And with fast food places especially, first impressions matter to me. And if my first impression is a tiny beef patty that is burnt to a crisp, barely has anything there, and you're putting a patty's worth of onions, no, I'm not gonna go back.
Yeah.
I want to get my money back for the burger you did give me.
Yeah, I just personally cannot.
All right, Waffle House.
That's not a Waffle House, that's a Waffle Home. I will say every Waffle House I've been to, I've been scared. I've been so scared.
It's above Denny's.
Yeah. I will say, like, I didn't eat there, but because we went to Hertz, but we met some friends because we had gone to the club in Tulsa. And so we got Hertz. Me and the car I was in, we got Hertz. And then the other car decided to go to Waffle House. And we were like, hey, like, can we, like, come sit with y'all so we get back to the dorms at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
And so we sat in, and then the worker tried to accuse me of dine and dashing, but I didn't eat there. I think I took a sip of somebody's water. And I was like, no, they paid their bill. I didn't get anything. I had donuts from Hertz.
See, here's the thing. Nobody goes to Waffle House for the food. They go for the environment, which is not a good environment. They just go to experience like, oh my God, is it as bad as people say it is? It is.
Yeah. I think I went there once on my birthday and they gave me free waffles, and their waffles, like, so I don't know if you've had off-brand Eggos. They were worse. They were worse than off-brand Eggos.
Man,
and it was like,
they must have really hated you, because I remember the couple times I went, it was one morning we were leaving Arlington after a Dallas Cowboys game, and we wanted breakfast, but we didn't want like McDonald's, so we decided to go to Waffle House, sit down. It wasn't good, but it wasn't bad either. Not bad enough to where I want to put it in the trash.
Yeah.
But it's definitely more of a, oh, well, I'm not wanting fast food. I want to sit down and have food that is arguably maybe worse quality than fast food. The waffle that I got, though, was not worse than an off-brand Eggo. They must have really hated you.
I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. It's just like,
All right.
Yeah.
Whataburger.
I really like Whataburger, but I'm not saying eat it every day.
I'm saying give me that good stuff.
Yeah, I would put it personally below McDonald's just because, hear me out, for the price and the last few times we've gotten the burgers.
My burger's always been fine.
My burger. I don't know. They must hate me or something because it's every time I've gotten a burger lately.
Dude, go to order there, right? Patty melt, onion rings, Dr. Pepper. I'm not really a big barbecue water person, but it just works with Whataburger. Like there's some, like how people are like, oh yeah, McDonald's has
Sprite,
specially made Sprite, and how I think that Bueno has specially made Fanta Strawberry.
Sure.
I think that Whataburger has specially made Dr. Pepper. So patty melt, onion rings, Dr. Pepper. That's the go-to combo. You can add jalapenos to it if you're feeling spice, but that is never going to let you down. Ever.
Also, personally, I'm just also salty. They took off the mushroom burger.
See, I'm mad about that. That
was
is
my favorite burger.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Now that you brought that up.
Yeah. Okay, Zaxby's. I had it for the first time a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, it's not better, but it's not worse than Cane's.
We went there on a bad day. I will say, like, the chicken was definitely not the best that it could be.
And the fries weren't good.
The fries, my fries had an extra seasoning than yours did.
Yeah, my fries weren't good.
They do season their fries better. I'm putting them above Cane's for that reason.
My drink also wasn't good. Like,
well, I mean, that's probably just a
I think
soda
it was
fountain
machine.
thing. Yeah, it was.
Oh, because there was no ice.
Yeah,
that's probably it.
So, I mean, it's definitely a step better than Cane's just because there's more variety, but you are way more likely to get there on a bad day. Like, again, the quality is about the same. The Zaxby's sauce is just Cane's sauce. Main difference, though, they have spicy Zaxby's sauce. So, and they have more sauce options from like Buffalo all the way up to Nuclear, or I forget if Nuclear or Insane is the most spicy sauce, but I have a pretty good spice tolerance. The Insane sauce was the first thing that I've eaten that actually made me cry. But I still ate it all.
Where's the one chip challenge, huh?
I said the first thing that made me cry.
Okay, that's
oh
fair.
my god. But yeah, no, like, I like Zaxby's, but again, if you're going there on a bad day, which is like 70% of the time, it's not good. But if you catch them on that 30% of the time where everyone's on their game, ooh, it's going to be a good experience. But again, just because there's such a wide margin for error in that aspect, I can't put it any higher than I'd eat there.
Yeah, like they just genuinely, first impression, it wasn't the best. And their toast wasn't the best that day either.
So, for anybody, like, we only upload this to YouTube, but I know there's some people that might, like, play it in the background for background noise. So, now that we're at the end of the tier list, we're gonna go from the very bottom to the very top, exactly where everything is. Starting off at bold and brash, more like belongs in the trash, we got the restaurant that shall not be named because it is so awful. Schlotsky's. The next one pisses me off. Long John Silver's. Jimmy John's, Jersey Mike's. What's with all the sandwich places?
I know. I was gonna say, why are we just sandwich place haters?
And then Jack in the Box, and then starting from the bottom of mid, we've got Denny's, Waffle House, Chick-fil-A, In-N-Out Burger, Papa John's, Domino's Pizza, Carl's Jr. / Hardee's if you're West Coast. Burger Bing, IHOP, and Taco Mayo.
IHOP. Do you guys remember when they tried to be the... Okay, personally, if I were going to rebrand and change my name to IHOB, I would have done International House of Breakfast.
It was a whole marketing thing.
I know it was.
I know why they did it, but they failed so bad.
IHOB would have been breakfast for me, but whatever.
Anyway, now starting from the bottom of I eat there, and these are places now that it's getting into. If I'm hungry, these are going to be like first places I think of. We got Cece's Pizza, Wendy's, Dairy Queen, Pizza Hut, Brahms, Popeye's Chicken, Raising Cane's Chicken, Zaxby's. Why are all the chicken places right next to each other?
Except for KFC.
Little Caesars, Taco Bell. Starting from the bottom of Gimme That Good Stuff, Boomerang Diner, Arby's, Subway, Ted's Tacos and Cantina, Chipotle, Whataburger. Chipotle's my line.
I used to, sorry, side tangent. Back my sophomore year of high school, how did I not know I was autistic? I'm just gonna start with that because my vocal stim was Chipotle is my life. And my friend Jackie, she got so annoyed. She was like, Summer, if you don't stop saying that. And I was like, Chipotle is my life.
Anyway, Whataburger, McDonald's, Panera, KFC, Taco Casa, and Sonic. And then the elite of the elite. I would eat there every day. And realizing a lot of these, except for maybe one of them, is very expensive. Just goes to show that. If we had money, we would eat there every day.
Yeah.
Tropical Smoothie Cafe, Firehouse Subs, Qdoba, Taco Bueno, Fuzzy's Taco Shop, and the best of the best, Salad and Go.
I love my little Salad and Go. I personally, I think everyone should eat Salad and Go. I would eat it every single day.
Aside from you just absolutely crapping on Long John Silver's, this is the correct list. This is how everyone's opinion should be. Again, check out the description below. We've got a link to this one specifically, so that way you can fill it out yourself, tag myself and or Summer on Twitter. Now that I had to put my ID to put links in, so the links to our socials will also be down below as well. So you can tag us on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you want to post it, and just be like, hey, this is actually the correct order. And then we can laugh at you at how wrong you are if you don't put any of I would eat here every day in I would eat here every day. How long have we been going? This feels like it's been a long episode. Hour and a half.
That's okay. I mean, that's fine.
It is fine.
Especially since we only post every other week.
That's fair. I feel like hour and a half's a good time limit to hit. But anyway, again, feel free to hit us up with any of your guys' choices. Summer, do you got anything to say before we head out today?
Like, subscribe, and follow.
Subscribing and following is the same thing.
Well, I meant subscribe here, follow on Twitter, Insta, TikTok.
Well, see, here's how you do it on YouTube. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, don't forget to press that little bell icon and turn on all notifications so you're notified every episode when this podcast goes live. That's how you do it. You make everyone want to hate listening to you.
Okay, well, I don't know.
Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching / listening. Call somebody today, just compliment them. Give a compliment today.
Give out 5 compliments.
We need to just do a positive call to action at the end of every episode. Yeah. I know we did it last episode. So yeah. I said call someone you haven't talked to in a while. So yeah, that's your challenge if you're watching / listening to this. Find either compliment one person 5 times or just hand out 5 compliments throughout the day to anybody however you see fit. But genuinely mean it too.
Yeah,
don't just say
I like your shoes.
Yeah, genuinely look for something to compliment.
Don't. Oh my god, I like your skirt. Where'd you get it? It's vintage. It was my mom's in the 70s or 80s. I don't know. Oh my god, vintage. That is the ugliest effing skirt I've ever seen.
But yeah.
Don't do that.
Anyway, just give out 5 genuine compliments today.
Yeah.
It can be someone you know. It can be someone you see on the street.
Yeah, and honestly, if you're scrolling through TikTok,
leave a nice comment about it.
Nice.
That's a compliment too.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're rambling now.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.